The words with the using come from the Greek words te apokrisis. This word, apokrisis, found only here in the Bible, gives the idea of using up and thus being consumed, combined with the word perish, which gives the idea of corruption through decomposition. We are given the correct idea of what Paul is speaking of. When someone eats something, regardless of what it is, it breaks down into something else. The very eating of the thing destroys it. In other words, it is what Jesus was speaking of in Mark 7. I'm glad that this is here because I was going to go back to Mark 7 today and I was going to show you that this isn't something that just happened to come up from Paul's hand. This is something that Jesus referred to and that was then explained within the text itself in Mark chapter 7. Verses 18 through 23, it says, I'll start at 17. When he had entered a house away from the crowd, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. So he said to them, are you thus without understanding also? Do you not perceive that whatever enters a man from outside cannot defile him? Now this is the Lord who gave us the law of Moses. This is the one that said you will not eat swine or bat or whatever. It is an abomination to you. He's making a point to them. He doesn't say that eating a pig is an abomination to the Gentiles. He says it's an abomination to you. They are being taught that the law brings about sin. If there was no law, it wouldn't be an abomination to them. They just eat the pork, have the ham, bacon, whatever they wanted. I remember the old Simpsons, but when I was years ago when I watched The Simpsons. I haven't watched them in many, many years, but one of them I was watching, and it had ham and bacon and chitlins and all these different things, and they were all pointing to one animal, and Homer says, yeah, like one animal could make so much delight. Okay, we'll go on. It was, okay, are you also thus without understanding? Do you not perceive that whatever enters a man from outside cannot defile him? Because it does not enter his heart, but his stomach, and is eliminated, thus purifying all foods. And he said, what comes out of a man, that defiles him. For from within, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lewdness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these evil things come from within a man and defile him. Within and defile a man. All right? It doesn't matter what you eat. It can't defile you. These shall be unclean to you, Israel, because I'm going to teach you what the law does. I showed you an example of it right at the very beginning when Adam fell. One law. I'm going to give you so many laws you can't believe it. I'm going to heap them on you. And you've got to keep every one of these, or you're going to need to observe the Day of Atonement. Better yet, you must observe the Day of Atonement because you're guilty before my law. That's what the law does. Life application.